100 layers of glue in my hair to see if I can make my hair as hard as a rock. And this
I know I've seen this before, but what on earth? Why do we need to say this?
is only 10 layers. I am never getting all of this out.
You shouldn't be getting layers of glue out your hair anyways. You shouldn't even be putting it on.
After 40 more layers, so 50 total, it was already dripping off of my head onto
How fast are you going?
my shirt. I tried applying the layers slower this time so they'd have a chance to dry, but that wasn't really working so far. And I'm only a quarter of the way there. Then after
Only a quarter of the way there, why don't you just stop there? Your face is going red already, you bit. Like, honestly, hold on. No, I can't do it because otherwise it'll continue.
50 more, so 100 total, which is where I stopped last time. Really dripping
It looks like... It looks like Bunny Bluebird.
onto my face, which was kind of burning my skin because I have really sensitive skin.
The white donut.
Grabbed a towel to try and keep it off of my face. It was not working. If anything, I was
By the way, the Bunny Blue thing, I know Ethan used it. I couldn't think about what else.
making it worse. I had also completely run out of glue, but luckily I came prepared and had bought a second container. My skin was turning red, my hair was
We bought a second container.
glued down, but I continued on. And after 50 more, so 150 total, I could feel the bottom layers had dried, which means this is not going to be fun to get out. At this point, I had completely given
Fun to put on.
up on trying to keep it off my skin. The glue on my head was like half an inch thick, but we only have 50 more to go. And after the last 50, so finally 200 total. My head feels heavy from all the glue on it. My shirt is ruined. My skin is
Well, most likely you put about 2 gallons of glue on your head.
red. Can't even see out of this eye because the glue is in front of it.
Nice one, man. Might as well be inside your eye.
Hair is definitely as hard as a rock. I can't even feel my scalp. Getting all of this glue out of my hair is going to be, yeah,
It's gonna be...
it's going to be impossible. I'm going to be
I just pointless that.
putting 200 as hard as
It's crazy.
a rock. I can't even feel my scalp. Getting all of this glue out of my hair. I'm going to be putting
Let's do another video.
trying to fix my stained crayon hair. So yesterday, trying to get covering my hair in melted crayons to
Oh, they're not this one.
see which color it will make my hair. I started by buying 192 crayons, took all of the
What is specific that?
wrappers off and separated them by color into a bunch of separate bowls. And I put them into a pan on the stove and melted every single one of the colors down into a liquid. And combined the colors together to make this really hot but also really cool looking mix of colors. Now it's time to put this
What is this? Why is he doing this?
hot, waxy, colorful liquid into my hair. I poured it into my hair, but the instant it hit my head, I realized it was way too hot and burned my
Way too hot and burned my scalp. Honestly, it's you can't even see out.
scalp. That hurt a lot, so I cooled it down a little bit before reapplying it. Was still a little
I just wanted to get rid of all the smoke.
warm, but it wasn't nearly as bad as before. It looks really cool, kind of like a colorful rainbow of wax. Now it's time
Rainbow of wax. What wax are you doing?
to wait for it to dry, which took about 24 minutes. And now it isn't as colorful and doesn't
Very specific. About 24 minutes.
look as cool, but it is completely hard. And if I rubbed a piece of paper on it, I could draw with it, which was pretty cool, I guess.
Why would you want to do that?
Now I have to try and get it out and see what color it stained my hair. First thing I tried was using a hairdryer on max heat to try and loosen it up. But that wasn't working. I also tried rubbing
How's a hairdryer going to do out? It'll just melt and it'll just make it cooler. No, it won't. What am I talking about?
it with paper, but that wasn't working either. So I went into the bathroom to try and wash it out with really hot water and a bunch of shampoo, and even after steaming up my entire bathroom, none of it was coming out. Please like and subscribe because I think I might be stuck with rainbow wax hair for a while.
Good.
Covering my hair, trying to get melted crayons out of my hair. So yesterday I melted crayons and put them in my hair to see which color it would make my hair. But now I can't get them out. So today I'm going to try some insane things to try and get them out. Now because I melted these, I think I have to get them really hot in order to soften them so I can wash them out. So my first idea was to boil water, put a rag in the water, and then put that rag on my head. But that was not even nearly hot enough to soften it. So the next thing I tried was a hairdryer. I already tried this yesterday, and even on the max heat setting, it still wasn't hot enough. So I tried them both at the same time, and even then it still was not working.
How is it boiled rug? No, boiled cloth or something, and a hairdryer going to do out. Hairdryer didn't work last time, but it will not work this time.
When I tried everything I could think of, so I decided I'd give up. But just before I scheduled what was going to be a really awkward doctor's appointment, I thought of something I could try that was even hotter than a blow dryer, a curling iron. So I tried loosening it up using that. At first I was holding it away from
Maybe put it on your hair. Maybe put it on your hair, because holding it away will not do anything.
my hair, but that was taking way too long. So I decided to press it on my hair, and it slowly started to melt down and drip on my
Drip on your... Whoa.
face until I was pretty sure it was soft enough to wash out. So I ran over to the bathroom, turned the shower to the hottest setting, and colorful chunk of hair by colorful chunk of hair, it started to
He's basically removing his own hair. He's sending himself bald.
It also clogged my drain. Until eventually I got all of it out. And I might not have crayons in my hair anymore, but what I do have is stained green, colorful frizz. hair, trying to get melted crayon, trying to fix my stained crayon hair. So yesterday I put melted crayons in my hair, and when I finally got it out, it was
you didn't do it yesterday. You tried to get it out. My battery's on 6-7.
In like this. So today I'm going to try to fix it the best that I can. It was really dry, so I started by wetting it down first. I grabbed some base leave-in conditioner and scrunched that in to give it some much needed moisture. Then I got their new mousse, got 2 pumps of that and scrunched that in as well. And to give it a break from all the heat I've been using on it recently, I let it air dry, and this is how it turned out. It definitely looks a lot better, but now I just hope the green stain isn't permanent. Trying to fix my stained crayon hair. So yesterday,
have a look at these then.
Trying to fix my stained.
The fuck, I've actually made this video.
Trying to fix my stained, leaving glow-in-the-dark glue in my hair until it dries to see if I can make my hair glow in the dark permanently. Do not try this.
I don't think anybody will be trying this anyways.
I started by covering my hair in the glue until my entire head and some of my face was complete.
Why are you doing this again? He did 200 layers of glue. First he did 100, then 200. Now he's throwing glue in the dark.
He covered it. Now it's just time to wait for it to dry and see if it'll stain my hair glowing in the dark. But after about an hour, a bunch of the glue was dripping down my face and got in my eye and glued my eye partly shut. I washed it out quickly, but I'm just hoping this doesn't make my eye glow in the dark. And after
Next one.
about 2 hours, it was finally completely dry, hard as a rock, and wouldn't move no matter how
hard as a rock. Nobody cares if it's hard as a rock. It's supposed to be hard as a rock. It's a glue.
hard I pushed it. I am really not looking forward to trying to wash this out. It didn't look that cool in the light, but then I turned the lights off. It looks insanely bright, kind of like a glowing helmet. But now
a glowing helmet. No. Looks like an unreleased Minecraft helmet. Emerald helmet.
it's time to hopefully wash it out and see if it stained my hair glowing in the dark. Washing it out with just water and shampoo wasn't working at all, but it was making my shower water glow in the dark, which was kind of... So instead, I just tried pushing really hard with my comb, and glowing chunk of hair by glowing chunk of hair, it did start to come out. After lots of pushing, I managed to get it out. After letting it dry, it surprisingly wasn't sticky and stuck together like last time. It actually felt surprisingly normal, which made me pretty confident it did not stain my hair glowing in the dark. But then I turned the lights off, and it was still completely glowing. Leaving glow-in-the-dark putting glow-in-the-dark glue in my hair to see if it'll make my hair glow in the dark. I started by pouring leave-in conditioner versus curl cream. Which one should you use? Use leave-in conditioner if your hair is dry and you want it to feel moisturized. And you can apply it by getting a quarter-sized amount, scrunching it into your hair, and then drying it with a diffuser. I mean, just look at how moisturized my hair
diffuser, did you just say?
Looks now. And use curl cream if you want more hold in your hair, while also getting some moisture. And you can apply it in pretty much the same way, getting a quarter-sized amount, scrunching it into your hair, and then drying it with a diffuser. In my opinion, the best way to use them and get the most benefits is to use both. Leave-in conditioner versus curl cream, which one should you use? Use leave-in conditioner if your hair is dry and you want it to feel moisturized. Covering my head in hot wax. This is the same wax that people use to rip off hair from their body, but I'm putting it in the hair on my head. Do not try this at home. I had to heat it up in the microwave first to be able to apply it, so it was a little hot and burned a little bit. It was by far the stickiest thing I've ever put in my hair. That's saying a lot because I've put a lot of stuff in my hair. Now that it's completely applied,
glue. Crayons.
It's time to wait for it to dry. But after waiting for a while, it never actually started to dry. It just got thicker and thicker, turned into the consistency of tar, and started running onto my skin. And I have a feeling this is going to be the most difficult...
Who else doesn't ever pay attention to what he said? I'm just listening to the music.
...thing I've ever tried to get out of my hair. First thing I tried was loosening it with a hairdryer on max heat, which was working to make it less thick, was also making it a little too hot,
called it a diffuser,
and was running into my eyes. And after trying to rinse it out after that, basically none was coming out. Next thing I tried was filling up a bowl with hot water and letting my hair sit in it. And the water was turning green, which made me think it was coming out, but after waiting a long time, most of it was still stuck. So I went back and forth using the hairdryer and then leaving my hair in the hot water for hours until it was literally nighttime. At which point I was really tired and had gotten most of it out, so I just went to bed with really sticky hair. And when I woke up, I immediately hopped in the shower and used hot water and shampoo to get the rest out. Moral of the story, don't put hot...
Why is he recording himself in the shower, man?
...wax that's meant to rip off your hair in your hair. Covering my head in hot, normal shampoo on one side, base. Here's how to style these 70-30. Putting 24 karat gold straight to textured hair in 50 texture powder that glows in the... Texture powder that... Trying to give myself glow-in-the-dark ghost roots. So I've recently seen this viral trend of people dyeing just the roots of their hair. I think it looks super cool. So I'm going to try it, except I'm going to use paint that glows in the dark and is possibly semi-permanent. But to try and protect my hair at least a little bit, I started by applying some leave-in conditioner, which will act as a moisture barrier and also make it easier to section off. Then I use hair ties to separate my hair into these little sections, and then continue to do that for all of my hair until I looked pretty ridiculous. Now it's time to apply the paint, which smells like
looks like a pretty little girl.
It could be toxic. I painted it on the roots of a section with my finger, and then used a hairdryer to dry that section. Continue to do this for every single section of my hair until my roots and scalp were completely covered in paint. And then after taking all of the hair ties out, this is how it looked in the light. It looked pretty bad, but I was holding on to hope that once I turned off the lights, it would look way cooler. And it definitely did. It's super bright and vibrant and turned out way better than I was expecting. And on top of that, now I get to test and see if I can get semi-permanent paint out of my hair. Trying to give myself
Over 4 weeks away. Well done, man.
glow in the dark. My biggest insecurity, will different color glow stick liquids make my hair glow different colors?
No.
To test this out, I cut all of them open and put them in separate containers. The first one I applied was green, which had an insanely bright glow effect that looked super cool. The next one was red, which didn't glow at all in my hair, and I have no idea why. Now yellow, which did glow, but it wasn't that bright. Followed by blue, which wasn't really blue. It looked more like white in my hair. Finally, orange and purple, which I got more on my forehead than anything else. Now let's just hope this stuff doesn't kill my hair and make me bald. Will different color glow stick liquids make styling my purple hair? So yesterday, trying to get melted glue sticks out of my hair. So yesterday, I melted these down and got them completely stuck in my hair. So today, I'm trying some crazy things to try and get them out. Now, because I literally
Make them bald.
melted these into a liquid, I think I have to get them hot enough to melt off of my head, which is gonna be pretty difficult. My other concern is both of my hands are still stained purple, so even if I do get it out, I think my hair might be stained purple. My first idea was to hop in the shower again and crank up the heat to max. I thought the heat from the water would at least loosen it up. I wasn't really doing anything besides really hurting my skin and steaming up the entire bathroom. After that failed attempt, I was about to give up and accept my destroyed purple hair. But then I saw my hair dryer, which I know gets really hot because I burned my scalp using it multiple times.
What are you gonna do?
Decided to try and melt it off using the hairdryer on max heat, which I could only do for a few seconds at a time before I had to pull away because it was burning really bad. But surprisingly, it was actually kind of working and felt like it was loosening it up. I continued to do it until it felt softer and then hurried over to the bathroom and used the hot water from the sink to try and rinse it out. And it actually was starting to come out in chunks and with some hair, but it was coming out. And after like 20 more minutes of scrubbing, it looks like I got it all out. So the good news is I no longer have glue sticks in my hair. The bad news is my hair is now...
Well done, man. I'm not going to got that for today. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that big fat bell notification. I'll see you on the next one.